So in this video, we'll be talking about how to find the distance or the length between 2 points, or the distance or the length of the line created between 2 points. So for this example, we have to understand what the distance formula or the equation is. So the distance is going to be the square root of the difference between my x's, so x2 minus x1 and squared, plus the difference between the y's, so y2 minus y1 and squared, and all of that will be under square root. So for my first example, my x's are going to be -7 minus -13, and then I'm squaring that difference, and then the difference between my y's are going to be -15 minus -15, which is no difference at all, and then I'm square rooting all of this. So the x's end up being -7 plus 13, which simplifies to 6 squared, and the difference between -15 and -15 is just 0. So I have plus 0. So the square root of 6 squared is just going to be 6, so my distance is going to be just 6 units. Okay, so let's try another example. So again, the distance equation is going to be the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And then I'm plugging in my x's and my y's, so I'm going to attribute the second point as b and the first point as 1. So then I have square root 13 minus 19 squared plus -12 minus -20 squared. Right? Don't forget the negative and negative end up being a positive. So 13 minus 19 ends up being -6 squared. Then I have plus -12 plus 20 ends up being plus 8 squared. So this gives me 36 plus 64, which ends up being the square root of 100, which simplifies to just 10. So my distance between those points is just going to be 10. Right? So if you use this equation, if you're given 2 points, you'll always be able to find the distance between those 2 points.